fucking stripper with no ass? Honestly, if you know where that comes from, you gotta leave that in the comments or hit me up on Twitter or Tumblr because we need to be friends. Anyway, hello, welcome to another episode of THiNK where I talk about whatever comes to my mind because that's just how my fucking brain works. Ready? Let's go. You know, when it comes to relationships, I feel that a lot of people stay in situations that are less than good or just straight up bullshit in general because they're afraid of being lonely. And there's a difference between being alone and lonely. This is what alone looks like. There's one person in this room, which means I am alone. But alone is a fact, and lonely is a feeling. Lonely comes from inside because you can't validate yourself internally, so externally you're searching for that. Which of course comes from insecurity. And that insecurity, which is turning into loneliness, is going to make you two things. Desperate and a failure. Simply because when you're functioning out of desperation, it's almost like you're in relationship survival mode and you're going to chase a lot of people out. You're not going to find many people that want to stay and want to be with you because you're literally fucking crazy because you're searching for something you should be providing for yourself. So for me, being single really isn't a bad thing because I don't feel lonely. In fact, I challenge anyone that tries to come into my life to try to compete with my solitude. Good luck. I hate when people have a bullshit view on something and they say something that's just disgusting and bigoted and they'll cover it up with, oh, it's just how I was raised. Did your mother raise you to take that picture of your labia that's running down my Twitter timeline? Probably not. Did your father teach you to live with your baby mama and to eat up all your kids' snacks? Probably not. Did your father raise you at all? Probably not. So it's like you're an adult, you can make your own decisions as to what you believe in and you can decide to come out of your parents' shadow when you want to and choose what you want to believe in and see the bigger picture of the world, but you don't. Don't blame your parents for your ignorance. Your ignorance is yours and you're gonna pay for it because you deserve to pay for it. Own your shit. It's come to my attention that Evan Rachel Wood wore a tuxedo to the Golden Globes and it's like new and exciting and let me tell you some shit. Janelle Monáe has been wearing tuxedos her entire motherfucking career. She's been tap dancing and performing James Brown tributes and doing the Charleston and the fucking shuck and jive up and down BET stages for her entire career in a fucking tuxedo. I don't want to fucking hear anyone call it new. I don't want to hear anyone call it exciting, okay? How about you ask Cindy Mayweather about that? How about you ask the Electric Lady about that? Okay, she's been doing it for years. So I'm 6'8", which yes, I understand is tall. But when you're an introvert, it makes it kind of hard for you to want to leave the house a lot or walk around in places simply because you don't feel like having that be a topic of conversation. And usually it's a topic of conversation because you can't just shrink away and not exist and just do what you want to do in public before you want to get back home because someone always finds it more exciting than you do. So I was walking around the mall yesterday and a kid that had to be around 10 or 11 and he was looking down at his iPhone and his mother wasn't watching him because parents these days do not fucking watch their children, and he stumbles right in front of me, so I immediately stopped. And I guess the kid saw my shadow just loom over him and he just looked up in terror and he just says, fuck. I really didn't know what to say, so I just kind of said, it's real life, kid. And here's another thing. When parents don't watch their kids in public and somehow the kid ends up near me, then they want to run over and look like, oh, my kid almost died. Yeah, if I wasn't watching your kid, possibly your kid could have ended up crushed underneath me. But thank God I'm responsible with my size rather than you being responsible with the actual humans you brought into this earth. This is why I fucking stay home. There's 7.5 billion people on God's green earth right now. 50.4% of those people are male. 49.6% of those people are female. 325 million of those people live in the United States. So with all these people on the planet, and all these people in Donald Trump's 50 fucking states, not to mention we have Tinder, Grindr, fucking OkCupid, Black People Meet, Christian Mingle, Match.com, Farmer's Choice, all these dating sites, which allows you to connect with all of these 325 million people, plus probably a lot of the 7.5 billion in the world. All that being said, all these people, all the ways to connect to them, and you have to date your friend's ex, you deserve your ass whooped. It's a small world, which means it's small enough for you to go find somebody the fuck else. I know me, if you're my friend and I catch you talking to somebody I used to deal with, it's hands on sight. Like, we don't even have to talk about it. Simply because you're in violation of loyalty. But most of you don't know a fucking thing about that, now do you? There's people I don't even talk to anymore and I wouldn't even think about fucking with their exes. Why? Because real niggas win. But that's another thing you niggas don't know about being real. Cardi B, I don't know who the fuck is managing you, but they're lying. Sign up for the next season of Love and Hip Hop, okay? Your Instagram is not going to carry you as far as you need it to be carried, and your music is not going to do it either. People are not really invested in your music. People are invested in your personality, and you show a lot of your personality through your music. But the personality that people are used to buying now is from the fucking TV screen and not from your Instagram page. Even though your storylines are fake as fuck, you've been able to make it so that way you're still consistently seen on TV every Monday, and people can just go, "Oh, I love Cardi. She keeps it real." But if you think you're going to be an Instagram rap star, just absolutely not. Because your hype's going to die way down, because everybody knows that post-love and hip-hop life is basically post-mortem life. No one remembers you, even if you really had some shit going on before. If I were you, if I want to keep selling my music and I want to keep touring, I'd at least do another season of that shit. Anyway, that's really all I've had on my mind for this think tank. I want to take the time out to send a resounding thank you to our president, Barack and Michelle Obama, for all that they've done for us in the past 8 years. You made it possible for so many people to dream and to feel like this country, who is run by people who don't respect them, who don't care for them, who've oppressed them through history, you made them feel like they're a part of this country. All the people of color that I've seen invited to the White House and to be honored for their achievements and the things that they've done to leave this country in a better way that they found it, the same way you did. I've seen so many people invited into the White House and be honored for that, and that has just been one of the joys of my life. And I'm very sorry that we as a people have failed you and elected Cheeto Head and his fucking Russian concubine of a wife. But that's just the country's knee-jerk reaction to your greatness, and there's really not much we can do about that besides continue to fight and to honor your legacy and create change in the heart of people who only believe in hate and bigotry. That was my politically correct answer. In real life, y'all niggas is lit. I love y'all. You did the motherfucking thing. But as usual, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If not, suck a dick. And I'll be seeing you guys later. Deuce.